Hi and welcome back. In this video we're looking at relative imports. Relative imports seem to be more trouble than it's worth in Python because a lot of people don't know how they work. It's not something that's talked about all that often, and there's a few things you have to know about Python in order to make use of relative imports successfully. Generally though, I'll say relative imports are probably not worth doing because of their limitations. Let's talk about them. In the last video, we looked at the file operations file that we've got here with two functions, save to file and read file. And in our app.py, when we wanted to import it, we did from utils dot, that opens up this package, utils, file operations, that opens up the file operations file, import these two functions. When we import a file, like we say do this, Python goes to the file, it navigates to it, and it runs it, and then it gives us access to the functions that were defined in it. So if we have print, if we have print hello inside file operations, and then we go back to app and we run app.py, notice how we get hello printed out. Because again, when you import the file, this goes to this file and runs it. It defines the functions, it doesn't run the functions. It defines the functions, it runs any code that's in there, and then at the end it goes back and it gives you access to those things that you imported. What Python is doing in the background is essentially constructing a dictionary of name of function to the function contents, and that's really what it's giving you back, and then you can use them as functions there. So the file runs when you import it. That's something that's important to know. So what we've done up here is an absolute import. We've started at the top of our project, inside the imports project folder, that's the utils package, that's at the very top. We've accessed that, then we've accessed the file operations, and that's called an absolute import because we've defined the absolute path of imports. If we had inside utils a new package called, for example, common, this is a pretty common package name, and we move file operations into there, remember to uncheck search for references. Now we get this unknown file, it cannot resolve it. So what we have to do is utils.common.file operations. We're accessing the utils package, then the common package inside of that, and then the file operations file inside of that. And then we can import from it. This again is an absolute import. Notice how we start at the level of app.py in every instance, but that's a side effect. The important thing is that we start at the top of our project. Okay. So what if we had something like this? Let's create a new file inside utils, a new Python file. Notice inside utils, not inside common. And I'm going to call this find.py. And in this file, I'm going to put a function that will find a particular element inside a list. So let's say find in is going to take in an iterable, it's going to take in a finder function, and it's going to take an expected value. And then it's just going to say for I in iterable, if finder I equal expected, finder I, return I. Otherwise, we're going to raise a not found error and say expected, not found in provided iterable. Of course, we have to create such an error, and you know how to do that. Create this not found error inside this class. I'm sure you managed. All to do is say class not found error extends from exception and doesn't do anything since we don't have any extra arguments other than the message there. Now we've got this find function here. And again, if we go to app.py, we can import it. And you'd know how to import it as well from utils.find import find in. And then this allows us to find in a particular list. If we are in find.py and we wanted to get access to the file operations for some reason, this is just an example, then there are two ways of doing it. there are 3 ways that people normally try, 2 ways which are correct, and 1 way which is wrong, and this is the wrong way.